getting to 90 or 95%. Say Kufuor buy or Baterssea.
Okay.
Say we
Okay.
A yefa. Or your motorway. Now I almost 90 more than 90%. Say Kufuor Baterssea obebuya no. Oh, enti eya de bia ye bi say ye de emra bi ye youngsters na eba no. E de emra bi e de wimpanyinfo na e wakonya so say. From today going, ni ye de hye emra mu say oba na say obi aye project bi oba Baterssea one to ya so ya within a year no ye be yi wafi akonya no so.
Okay. Now, yeah, na politics ka ho na say bia
politics account.
Me nua person hu say adwuma oye no anye yi na be ya be bono so mo.
Say na problem ni nyina say contract na what ma Mr. A be on him say oba na oba Baterssea so wonya won share. Every party biara eba won't get the money from the party no their party for no. And no now what your campaign during the year because my experience I can say
Okay.
Meaning the first Ghanaian bodyguard of us say who ye me tell me quiet military head of state or Ghana, which is General 1966.
Wow.
January 25th. Me we no me ne buzia eye adwuma. Me buy buzia ye me na kofa kotoka about buzia efi airport. That have no friend kotoka international airport. No friend no Accra International Airport. Me kofa na me den call Asante Gold Mines guest house which is a Shigbar Road.
Okay.
And sana buzia be win as a prime minister no or the mami Edward Kufuor president we are ne papa as a aide camp or Baterssea Lodge. Enti meni Kufuor do honma answer kune buy. Enti kune buy what them call detention. Enti me fit detention no I me buy no. From detention I me buy no transfer me ko Cape Coast as a regional commissioner aide camp which is Banatsko. The minute Banatsko no man minister for agric. No the Riyad Medome which is Commander Medome at the buy.
Wow.
The Commander Medome buy no. Na me buy no best intelligence officer in the ground central region. Ono je do tama what transfer and na kwa Ashanti region because of me good in thing o tell me enko Kumasi. It means that regional commissioner aide camp our Ashanti region for 2.5 years. Before na me by Minister of Labor and Social Welfare. For Minister of Social Welfare, me by trade industries and say about foreign affairs. Foreign affairs the yan check ra. Now on my member of Supreme Military Council, Riyad Mran. It's not my boss, a member of offense saying or can one.
Wow.
Yeah. And you know, what kind of government in India? Me room any multi make be make theory, make practical experience.
Wow. Okay. Say crowd we are live on Facebook. I'm Zaman Fushin live na Mr. Cobra Oche or say oh my good morning. Baterssea MP. And but I say what you ding ukrum hapa.
Oh and say Dina me I am more and contribution na made more already no. Na me ma sema me ma kan so no uko grant na uko research so ya ube say no correct.
And me who your impact on the Ghanaian community no.
Exactly.
What you mean say you know you've really been around. Now still I know make sure what they still you wouldn't mind any government position.
But Apple make up see any day me pay any appointment to be a but so what can me advisor and both military and the government there maybe because identity you form first military government in Ghana.
Right.
Started from General Ankara, Kotoka, Major General Okra, on Nancy Noka baby, and a Frifa, that the three, a four from the military. Police in Hali, Yakubu, Nunu, Deku, four. One from National Revolutionary Council or Police Headquarters, which is 1966.
Wow.
February 25th.
And see, from all these years, no. I mean, recently, Niabane a year a year Nana Kufuado, now going to home some Ghanaians is to say, Sikakakra, a what year person, and what it be called to Kwanguniante. But let him say, as Obi a president, it be ne MPs now declare they need some comfort. But Sikanwa a year involved or the to Kwano, a month for when it too much a woman. Now, opening what say?
When him, a honomono, every country, Ghana, ye nipa would say Britain, I say, your high commissioner has say, Meboa. Britain, your high commissioner. Hey, Mr. Britain, your high commissioner. America, your American Messi, your so. I didn't think us. Would nipa na babejina na say, at the corner of Baba Yawa has say, my high commissioner, and could you move a man? On all grow a mother. Or better on behalf of we. Not a wood to Quaco, not a UN conference, not a invitation because be a government being a vital war. Government didn't print ticket in Manabra. At the same woman, Napa say, we invite you to be figana. What your Latin corners or Genie Visa? So now try ticket in the man and order. Funny good. I didn't say, country be president, I invite her. On ticket in Famana and Franco. Now, because now, country Nankatano. Ye name you ye win up to now, intimation. Opinion, share Oko baby to say state house. Oko baby to say government transport, not government board, and not police. Police were saying police transport section one.
Okay.
Car to Abia, small for to be about brand new car, one package is you.
Okay, Mensaka David, a correspondent at Ghana. So I'm going to go to David and then get the latest information about things that is going on in Ghana. Good morning, David.
Good morning, my brother. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I hope you are also very fine.
I'm coping. I'm coping well.
Okay, so
I was going to say I was managing. Then I realized everybody is managing in Ghana. So
all right, so let me not waste too much of your time. Let's go straight and then tell us the summary about the most, burning or grieving issues in Ghana, especially what I want to know much is about Pakwit Sindum's, court case that was thrown away a couple of days ago. You want to brief us on this and then add a few of the latest development in Ghana for us, please.
You mean the GN Bank issue?
Yes, the GN Bank issue, the latest development. I know last week we couldn't turn up on this program or we couldn't come here. So what it is you want to add a bit of the tax issues in Ghana lately. They're talking about Sewa Bruni's tax and then the Momo tax and all that, and a bit of a latest development today, please.
Well, let me just briefly start with the GN Bank issue. I think that is an issue that has been around for a while now. Dr. Pakwit Sindum family and the company were sued in US, California. And the brief of the fact was that you recall that Dr. Pakwit Sindum's savings and loan company was one of the over 80 closed down. Hello?
Yeah, you're live on air. I can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, David, we can hear you live.
Hello?
You want to go on, please?
Hello?
Yeah, David, I can hear you live and clear, so no problem at all.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
David?
Hello?
Yes, David.
Yes.
You're live on air.
So his company was one of the many ones closed
I don't know.
by
I think
NPP in 2018. Yes, Yes, upon the close down of the company, some clients of the company who had bought security, who had bought securities with them. Yes, I'm yes. So some clients of the company which bought security with them were complaining and were demanding for their money. The demands led to Baterssea Nduom trying to negotiate with government to have some of his credits with government paid him. Government, we understand, was heavily indebted to Baterssea Nduom's Gold Coast Security Company and GN Bank. The government had borrowed, he had lent money to contractors who government had yet to pay. So his argument was that government was owing him a lot of money, and the government could pay him, pay the contractors to pay him. He should be able to settle all his costs. So that was the argument. And while this was going on, a company in the US, California, bought the securities of some of the two clients in Ghana. The company in the US is called the Birim Company Limited. It's a private limited liability, I believe owned by a Ghanaian. So they bought the securities of two of Baterssea Nduom's clients in Ghana. And being a US company, it means that he chose to initiate a suit, a legal action against him in the US. This is what this week the Californian court ruled on and said that they identified it itself was politically motivated and that there was no actionable it was not actionable in law. So this is what the Baterssea Nduom. Hello?
Yeah, David. Yeah, you're live on air. I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so this is what it is about. So as it were, Dr. Baterssea Nduom has been successful in that suit, even though it was meant to disgrace him, if I may say. He came out victorious. It is particularly interesting the fact that Dr. Baterssea Nduom, soon after the MPP had won the 2016 election, turned their guns on him when he tried to complain about a few things that were not going well with the new government. And that is where it appears they had crossed swords. So this ruling by the Californian court is coming as a good omen for Dr. Baterssea Nduom. Indeed, I am sure he's supposed to make some money. Some monies have been awarded to him earlier, which he intends to use to pay the creditors of his company. So in brief, this is what I can say about the Dr. Baterssea Nduom and GN Bank's saga.
Okay, thank you very much.
If I may go on to the other briefs. Can I?
Yes, go on. We want to know the other briefs, please. Yeah, David, you want to go on with the other briefs?
Hello, Doc.
Yes, you're going to go on.
Move on to the other briefs.
Yes, please.
Or there's something you want to know about this one?
Okay, we'll come back when you're done with all of them, then we summarize everything,
So,
please.
yeah, so as you said, right,
Yeah, David.
Hello, Doc.
Yeah, I can hear you. We're only listening.
Okay. Should I go ahead and brief you on the
Yes, please.
Okay, very well. So, as you said rightly, last week, the finance minister, as required by law, read his budget to Parliament, and the fallout from the reading of the budget is still with us here. Very common among the issues were the draconian taxes, as described by the public, imposed on Ghanaians in a bid to recover from the economic quagmire we have found ourselves. Indeed, the budgets, the key points in the budget are that the government has decided to tax Momo, as in mobile money. So anybody who goes to withdraw money from his mobile account or say sends money from his mobile account get taxed, and some money that about 1.75% of the money he is sending, if it's above 100 cedis, is deducted from the money. Government also introduced different taxes, and interestingly, or let me say dramatically, the government also removed toll tax, which has been with us for some time now. Now, this has actually invoked a lot of uproar within the public, who think that the government is overtaxing them. Indeed, many names have been called this budget. Some have described it as a Sawabroni budget. Some thought it's a killer budget. But even before the dust will settle on the finance minister's reading of the budget, the Minister for Roads and Highways, Mr. Amakuata, decided to issue a statement which abruptly ended the collection of toll tax on our roads. This also has invoked a lot of another uproar, where first of all, the companies which are the agents of the collection of these tolls are up in arms against government. They said that they were not informed when the government went before this decision was taken, and that even if government had the right to take that decision, they ought to have given them some heads up, given that they are in contract with government. There is also a group of people who, when you are applying these toll booths, they are very they are the hawkers on the streets. They hawk around the toll booths, and they are also crying that indeed government has taken their daily bread from them, because this is where they make their living. When vehicles are applying these toll booths and they stop, that is when they get their 1 cedis and 50 pesos to also make ends meet. So they are also crying, even though the government had to reading the budget, disclosed that the budget was meant to resolve the unemployment problems in the country. The budget turned out to rather deny a lot of people jobs. Moving away from that, yesterday,
Yeah, David.
of America for an unofficial visit.
Okay.
Come out. I indicate that any slip the president will make at the hotel in what's the name? In that country, Georgia, Atlanta, he was to pay $8,000 each day he sleeps there. Not he alone. There's another and about 53 other interacts who are in about
Oh my
$1,000
God.
each. Every night they sleep in the hotel. So questions are being asked. If we're being told that government does not have money and that we all have to be paid extra tax to support the economy, why is the government spending so much in just sleeping, waking up? Indeed, issues have been around on how much the president spent on his new private jet that he's been using. Those questions are still lingering. The government has not been able to properly answer those questions yet, because the last time anybody tried to attempted answering it, we were told that the current presidential debt, which was bought by ex-President Kufuor, is still around, but unfortunately, we were told by the defense minister that that debt does not have a bat in it, and that the atmosphere in that plane does not allow a comfort. The president is looking for his comfort, and that is why he's gone for a new private jet. But how much he's paying off the taxpayers' money for the jet, we are told that it's a security matter and we cannot be told. So as we speak, there are some parliamentarians who have put up questions for the government to come and answer. The questions are still lingering and have not been responded to yet. So that is another issue on the banner. Aside that, main issues. The issue of the budget, we are told by some civil society organizations, including the Fix the Country, that they are going to oppose the Momo tax and are going to carry protests to ensure that the tax does not get passed by Parliament.
Wow.
There's another notorious issue. If I'll just add this one.
Yes, go on, sir.
Prior to the reading of the budget, the Ghana Revenue Authority also issued a statement where they have removed the discounts that the government put on some imported items at the port. They listed some 150 items that the discounts were removed from. And interestingly, the discounts were removed, and also the benchmark value, which the government introduced and which was lauded by many. Indeed, the Vice President has started the benchmark value as the best idea that had been introduced into our tax collection system. What that means is that at any time that you import any goods into the country, the government already has a benchmark value that even if you had imported the thing at 5,000 or you receipted the thing for 5,000, government had already identified that thing to be 8,000 or maybe 4,000. So that is what the tax is going to be on. It's not going to be on your 5,000. People thought it was a good idea because many people were trying to declare taxes. And so the benchmark value to some people was a good way to curtail the way to curtail the under declaration of tax. But now government has removed that tax as well and has removed the benchmark value. And so what it means is that when you now import, say, sugar into the country, it is your price that the government will use, your value that the government will use to tax you. This is what the importers are condemning, that it will bring back corruption at the port. However, the AGI, that's Association of Ghana Industries, are also on the other side saying that indeed the removal of the benchmark and the removal of the discount would encourage local industries to sell their products, will allow local industries to compete with international industries, thereby bringing the prices of imported goods and that of the ones produced in Ghana apart. So basically, this is the one on the port as well.
Okay, David, that was quite a brilliant contribution. But what I want to know is,
and let me also say,
yeah, okay, go on.
There is a seeming Boko area where curfews have been imposed on the people of Boko for what has been described as a shooting incident which led to the death of somebody. Are you still with me?
I am live with you, bro. Yeah, David, I can hear you live and clear. I am with you.
Hello, are you still with me?
Yes, sir. I am still with you.
Are you with me, Doc?
Yes, sir.
Yes. I was reporting on the Bimbila, the Boko issue, that there is curfew in Boko as we speak, and that it is as a result of a gun shooting incident, which has provoked the people of Boko into another conflict that we are seeing. The good thing is that the military has taken a quick action and have gone to Boko as we speak and are trying to restore peace in that part of the country.
Wow. This is crazy. This is crazy. David, are you there?
I'm here.
All right. First of all, like I said, always, thank you very much for always availing yourself to bring us the updates about things that is happening in Ghana. But if you have time, if you want to stay with us a little bit to go through some of the topics you've raised, especially from both Tamakloe and Nduom's court case that was thrown out, the tax issues, and this issue about Ghanaian feeling they overtaxed and things like that. I've got my panel here, who is His Lordship Baterssea MP, is the only black man that has been an MP in one of the Britain's suburbs. Baterssea, Pacho, wahu and sama minuano de abo and centroni or ye no kamba sika ye abino utukwanya or spending.
Let me say good morning to your panelists.
Men for central, or say good man or mama watching. Your friend David.
Yeah. Say me bitano. Why a friend saying, or can say scanner present etuni dear. May no last one.
Okay.
But one not roda what you just can. What you just can. When the government account number 48.
Okay.
Yes, how account number 48. During the PNDC time now, no Ashanti region.
Okay.
Men and me trace scanning the whole Ashanti region.
Okay.
And and the one offense transport minister.
Okay.
So I found out quite a one.
Yo.
Within the short time, Okajan said, we dismiss one. Na said man won't be because how crofna what won't go share on. So 1 year said man, one fat wounding and fanco government rules so our accountant general department. The no legal education. Say legal at the mount said, ya Jim, we say, and we up to there. Good minister and only to be shown because by the law it's an offense.
Okay.
Say ube dismiss obi ewe jumuma. What me money notice more than 21 working days. Now we paying off. Now we doing the net me buy it me you ready. It is what one for if one papa to edge one.
Unlawful dismissal, you.
I go make me the government na koko.
Yeah.
But one for on the proper way to say one pay no under a Qatar General Department in Intino from the mid proved by the Minister of Finance in Intino. We bet me dismission at any time be a what you mean from koko.
Okay.
It's a cash one.
Right. Okay.
It's not temporary. Say temporary there. I can meet with the one koko.
Okay.
And it's now, Minister, now fails on Boko case in Australia. There's a problem in Boko.
Okay, the northern region,
In
upper
northern
north.
region. No, only upper region.
But I say, we need to
Oh, that's my region. I call regional minister.
Oh, wow.
In the Mlam Bridge, but everywhere in North for there. And nothing really.
What's the who baby?
Oh, everywhere. The organ. What does the organ in 117?
Okay. Right.
Boko problem in Boko. It will continue. I bet say Jerusalem.
Okay.
What never my Boko problem the Baban say. Now Boko is not part of Ghana. A Kwame Nkrumah during the military time, no, Kwame Nkrumah a train. A year no train na hon me na Burkina. What's that? And the Oko Boko it three parliament chiefs na a control Motifu parliament chief Kusasi parliament chief Mamprisi parliament and you know sad divisions there a share one. Now why a market point.
Right.
It is about the Kuru. That's a send power when they control Boko there. Yem fan say a crapping, you were crapping mine and a back.
Okay.
On another damper or a crop mebo.
Yeah.
Very good. But whether your mind, I can see me and son, a way crapping man. You're the control a crapping man. If you on my hand, you're the deputy, you're the situation, you're the minister, son of control. Now, Bokone dear, who can be for her? Somebody from the Bishop. When town our friends say, Burkina.
Okay.
Kusasi, a hundred winning a woofy. But because of Kwame trade land, no. At the town, at that time, no, not French president. I can't get a just to name. Not say one stop no tribute ma or the truth, Beba. It's a Kwame as a general Colongu. One hour to Kwame bomb.
Okay.
What a flower the Makwam. That is some of the history, one of the day, Beba. And the Boko case in the day. A back continues, because obedient you say, he in charge of Boko.
Sir.
And I go for that problem. Now, for Yamba Bimbila.
Okay.
Bimbila and a friend say, Yendi. Anytime there's a small problem. Dagoma from FSA, when you're more quality than Bimbila. When you answer, but Bimbila from when you're nipa or top by either for papa. But Dagoma from a some like one education. But this now quality no education background no ever been better for you. Dagoma for the anytime that there's a conflict between Bimbila because because you know these cases we doing the war our Dagoma no.
Okay.
I Nikobi. Yana Nibino. I lose a lot of soldiers.
Right.
When I'm Bimbila and Yendi problem.
Okay, let me go to David. I'm last David. David, are you still there? Hello, David, are you there? Oh, I don't think so, David. I think so, David is gone. But I'll see if I can get a hold of David. Okay, Baterssea. What's a sika someone na talking about the fact that Akufo-Addo Otukwaya just a day per cost $8,000 US dollars as a US pounds. No? I mean, we, for example, me feel is it not too much for the country, especially?
Me Nancyana best about more than 3 months. Emma, ye man penny dada. Kufu. Ebeka say for politics dear. say oh politician if you can't be a ya the against when they say no be engine obakaya so obakaya say and be create some problem at the by say Akufo-Addo oye MP kurambo onye pay onye hwe
or the nankasa ni sika kram charity
ayentro kapra kura nim nipa nanka no pete Akufo-Addo eba oso ntom hwe no GP no GBP ejem gogo Akufo-Addo wo ni sika dada wo sei ni nyina me me katre Ghanaians no ompoa the same thing tama mom teso no wo say mama spend a lot of money to quite too much wo buy no wo rather no mama spend 10 cedis nso buy no wo spend 16 cedis enti wo ne mama no na abo omanaka what you say?
Yeah.
Oh, because anka made it 2 minutes anka oh baby to say be a to kwaya.
Right.
Your foreign secretary nekwana and a few people just everything would do more than be a sis. No money na mumoko. Mo kontra mo te first cry. First cry ticket is very expensive. The same one aircraft now.
Yeah.
And you know, oh to kwaya be no mabe change your mom. Ni nyina obo man anka die na anka eyefe. Well, and it na face the country. Akufo-Addo mini na chi afele ami ye mini na ye din komo oni me pa me free Akufo-Addo ka chente Akufo-Addo ade obetimi aye ase onyame boa na se obeye president obi a wedi 60 years ekwa onye adwuma otifie a onko pension at least with every month be many pan 2 million cedis obi nya kwa wo say team poor people makodan 1 million cedis every month Ghana and population every month the whole Ghana 30 million meboa
Yeah.
China was it.
Yeah.
Let's say one 60 years no one yet mama be 2 million what if 60
Yeah.
in my one year we some one year who did the whole year the whole month spend just only 120 million.
Oh yeah.
Now I spend 120 million for the whole Ghana and my individual Ghana yaboka.
Okay, let us see. Mensaka David. Let me go to David. Are you there? David, are you there? Hello, David. Can you hear me? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Dr. Morton.
Over. Let's say. Okay, Krobia, wait there. One of the to make some patch up.
Yeah, Doctor, good morning. A chief one so being action. Program on my chat and I'm saying let's topics no. My said I won't be greedy, but what is it?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, Doctor.
Hold on, Krobia, my bro. Me percent many David we na me bisa na 1 or 2 b. David, are you listening?
I'm with you.
Right. So with the issue of the Baterssea Nduom, I'm sorry, the government's spending over the travel that has seen $8,000, whether dollars or pounds a day. What would you say about? What's your reaction to that, please?
Well, you see, I have always maintained that the Nana Akufo-Addo government has been unwise in spending and has been insensitive when it comes to addressing issues of public concern. Because here we are.
Krobia, me pacho, what's me call and can Ghana no? Okay.
If you know what is happening to our economy, it will be surprised why anybody who claims to be the person who will be protecting the public purse would want to make the kind of expenses our president has been making for some time now. The issue of he always running with a private jet, a Zero's private jet, has been on the table for some time now. And it is as if he doesn't really care about it, what the people say, or he does not care how much it costs the state. So that issue being on the table, just in the same week that budget had been read, and people are complaining about the budget, the finance minister and his wife have to come out and tell us that we all needed to tighten our belt and support the economy. It is the same time that the president will travel and be spending these, humongous bills on hotels. It clearly shows a person who is either insensitive or he doesn't really care what happens. And if you just suppose that with the fact that the president is in his second term, and so it may be that he really does not care what happens because he already has gotten his second term and he's not going to stand to be elected in the next election. But if that is the case, the question again is, if it is even all about politics, is it the case that he doesn't care about his political party? He doesn't care whether the person who would come after him to contest the ticket of the MPP would be considered on the lines of how he managed the economy. I think that if it's even to be looked at in political lenses, it will be that he's damaging his political party's chances in the next election and the future.
Right. Let me look at no, let me look at this suggestive ideology. I mean, people assume that. I mean, for somebody who must have contested for 3 solid times to have come to power, after all, that was the rationale behind the fact that he wanted to be a president. Now he's had that. He's had his first term and is on his second term. People assume that it's because he feels he's leaving the party, so he cared less about the consequences he's going to leave behind, and so that make it look as if he doesn't care. He's actually completed his mission. Is that what you share the same ideology?
It would be very unfortunate if that is what exactly it is. It will be unfortunate because he is leading a political party which has members who also have future and have plans for their future. They hope that their party will come out clean as a government of this country and will set the best policies and practices for the country so that in the future, if even not Akufo-Addo's family member, but a member of the MPP political party wants to contest, he can contest and campaign on the ticket of what Akufo-Addo did as a president. This so far has been wasted. The president's conduct so far cannot be a yardstick for any campaign. So it is as if he does not care about his political party or even the future of his political party. That is even if we are talking only about the MPP. But when we are talking about the country, where we have seen abject poverty in several parts of this country, where our roads have deteriorated to the point that they are now, where people can hardly afford 3 square meals a day, then it is questionable to have a president behave the way our president is behaving.
Okay, David. Now let's go to the Baterssea in Nduom. Until now, when the court issue is actually thrown out, Medicaid is a bit useless. You think it is true that this government was actually trying to sabotage his banking and all that?
Doc, we have had several accounts upon the closure of the banks and the savings and loan companies. We had several accounts where we were told that in some instances, the finance minister and some members of the government had made attempts to collect money from some of from these banks. They wanted to collect loans, they claimed it was from some of these banks, and they were denied. Some have claimed that indeed the closure of banks and savings and loans was an act of vendetta against the people, against the very people behind this organization. We know that Dr. Baterssea has been a member, a leader of the political party PPP. And even though they had supported the government, the party, the MPP, in the 2016 election, it was obvious that Baterssea Nduom's agenda and policies were different from what the government had disclosed in the 2017 address of the nation. And so it was obvious that he was not going to be favored by the government. And also given that he has been a friend of the MPP in the past and had been a member of government that of the government of President Kufuor. So he probably could also become any member of the government again. So
okay,
some of the people like the finance minister probably wanted to damage his chances. That is what I thought.
okay, David. His Lordship Baterssea want to ask you a question. Fix the country, yes.
Demonstration today, is it true?
Yes, we have also heard it announced. As to whether it will come out, it will come off. I know that the police administration had invited the leaders of the organization for meetings. I have not really followed up to know the status of it now.
Okay.
As for demonstrations, there are indications that.
Do you know, I'll tell you something. The police be very careful. I want to give them two examples. One is Gambia, one is Romania. They did the same demonstration, and after demonstration, turned as a military coup.
All right. So you had His Lordship Baterssea saying that Ghana have to be careful because we've seen a few.
I said after the demonstration, what?
It's likely there could be coup. It's possible because we've seen example of few neighboring countries. Anyway, David, thank you very much. Yeah, go on. Your final word. Yeah.
Can I say something small?
Yeah, go on. Yeah, go on.
You see, I have heard Dr. Nduom also made that comment yesterday. But you see, there are clear lines about coup d'etats, and so on and so forth. When the people are hungry, when the people feel injustice, and when the people feel that there are some discriminations ongoing, and they have had their life steamed to a point of no return. This, if you look at the coups that have happened in the past, that is the justification the coup makers make. It is important that the government look at the plight of the people and their concerns, and not to, drive them to a point where they feel desperate and have almost no option than to go into violence.
Okay, David.
So the coup, we should also pray for coup. We should pray against any coup, but we should also pray that our government is able to read between the lines and do what is right for the people, so that at least there can be some ease and comfort in the country.
All right. Thank you very much, David. And you have a good weekend.
You too.
Thank you.
Good one to all your listeners and families.
Thank you very much. Okay, Krobia.
Yeah, good morning.
Wait there, Kafra. Mamuel, you know, swatch it. But I am the same. I was with you in the echo. Mpacho, what to be kasa?
Let me see.
All right, what to be kasa?
Doctor.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you are now. I'm saying, you know, or my penny a buyer. No, I'm saying, you both are in and say, mine on a sick and someone MCD. A man for a sick and a selling. We really cannot cross some of them into my penny. And my gun of food, Irish, you say, you sick and some idea, or very shadow a day, what bottom buying on Macron, see the idea. But me, I name Baterssea MP. I join back and say, a politics, and no Kufadu no corrupt, and no Kufadu Sikani, and no Kufadu within Sika and the MP Sikana or the Chelina, a totem, a politics, and an Omodia. And no Kufadu, yes,
Say Krobia line no ko. Krobia, so be sound free be one kabeme depa. Say your line no. Baterssea. And that down no. I'm say ni na. Oh, mensaka Krobia bi. Krobia. Kafra.
Yeah. If wama ya hu say chemi yonko na me kire usuman na sesia ekoso because there have been numerous occasions ye can corruption ewo na mamuomu bi timi si wo no kasa na nan so ewo plaster house ni na papa we etimi nye yetimi ya den yetimi ete a commission of inquiry. At the end of the day, the commission in the report to bar, and then Kufado, and find Yajuma. Since you shall make a kayabo, Minia, Obi Edda, baby, Ababi, only panetta, and yet, on Mampena also dream on my 1 hour, a cow bell brought a mile mine. The young says, Oko Koda hotel, so I say no bit here. If Papa wake us or drink Ghana one, Ghana near or to some me, I said you also drink to some me. Ebeka say, Papa na Ampena power, John man. Now, the media any the media no because Nana Kufado and then I buy Sabe in some would and so media no doesn't want to talk about.
Hold on, Krobia.
Yeah,
the post you know Kuran Bebre or president and commander in chief of the Ghana Armed Forces.
Yeah,
and at the same time, clearing agent.
Yeah,
all the care ministers.
Yeah, the best clearing agent. Okay, a parazone and Ghana near declare no, I say, yeah, a state be a kind of money declare, but Nana Kufado is the best. The best. Okay, clearing agent number 1, a Kufado. Or clear with here because your capture for Bokron even on video. Meaning, Papa, we ain't to me and yet, I'm fine, Yajuma. Meaning, on my way, baby, I can't manage, you know, young you now, on mine one day, I hear, Uncle Babrio, Fessia, somewhere also, you come police for you, come civilians. Just say, Obia, and what channel, into any means to be a Obia pet or dear Yibiano, or yet. Finance minister about or my can conscience and be and fan or mine, and I won't touch him a bed. Won't touch him a bed or no, I won't touch any bed. They were a quite a park or Nduom, I had a faso. But Ninano, I said, I say, a chronoma in a movie. Oh, when the Omaya park or Nduom. Nina, finance minister with this man, this finance minister, oh, you will tell me, no. You papa to me, no. Papa no, I say, well, you who Christo Nina did, but Papa no, what the infant here, until the Americans or man, yes, and ye, the baby or mine a corner, that you are Ghana and Koye. You are say Ghana a Koye, no, Nenipano or Dadano, Ghana and Koye, Ofro, Bia, not Nipano, Esu, Ofro, Bia, Nenipano, Esu, into a man a Koye, no Nipano, now what would take Ghana or what Cherono? Sabio, Mimmy, say, Anya Denya Minti. Kakra, and me has a mono. Me £1 no, how many? 8 cities. It is a water gun and now and 5 GB now say would be politicians at chi. No more to some more can or more monkey can sign something communicators near or more at or more. But one hour what you want what you know. One hour was the Ocean answer. That's also made these politicians at GDR and you to you are. Not a man from an and to be baba on the swaba. But I know father dear, what ye that for papa no what bigger na phone now when you're no for the president or in the Baumi and we are true for papa.
All right, that's CP. Baterssea.
Yeah.
Yes, a good for the dear.
Because one thing is, I get back and send the climate the honor no big so or your NDC or your CPP or you say no. And now wait for crew so. I could for the same crew. Who quite crapima or you crew me, or Bachema or you crew me.
Right.
Only my mammy for one place, only my papa for one place. And you know, I didn't make it a feminine papa so I hear Juma. I could for him, but or ya dearness and ya. Make a me senior brother say, but one thing is say, a member no, it is a quiet. Oh, a cheer, officer, oh, in Rihanna Bembe, but oh, the man, now who's a netifa. Shut a young was say, Kodani did him pay in front of me. I can't for a book baby say, I could you no de etchino, no dinanti, odi animu nante.
Right.
Momo penyin fo no matem didi a mo de be start no.
Okay.
Eno na koda no so epic sisi
Mm.
e bere na bo okay she o ba na se bia person na di asem na ka je tata
Sir.
enti wunya ka je tata pe na wa sori no person na nti enti tata no ene de aden atim didi enti mo penyin fo mo na ma fese sane ma no
Right.
e de ato
Mm.
e be e man koda no sie e kwan be ni e be fa so ya sa de ma we e be fi ho
Okay.
aye yare chronic.
Yo, all right. Thank you very much, Baterssea as Lordship. Manyati is here, so we legally or literally have about a couple of minutes. We'll be paving way for Manyati. I've decided not to take most of her time anymore, and I'll get her to come and continue her legal affairs, which has to do with the immigration status in this country, especially those who have not settled their legality in this country. It's quite imperative that they sort that out. But I'll be coming to Baterssea in about a minute again, so we can finalize this morning's summary of the whole event. We initially talked about Papa Nduom's court case that seems to be thrown out. It's a case that a lot of people have seen it as a sabotage against the man by the NPP. The tax which Ghanaians feel is too much, and then the spending, or the expenditure of the government when it comes to traveling. The president using a hotel that takes about $8,000 or £8,000 in a day, I think is too much. And then they call us together with all Ghanaians. I've got messages on Facebook that says, Peter Lazarus, it says, God bless you all. I say, hey, Baterssea, Baterssea is also here. So, Baterssea, what do you say, baby?
Baby,
there's a radio stations. What's your home, baby?
Every baby, I have friend me. I'm contribute.
And we'll be say, thank you.
If history need to watch in that you anywhere.
We'll be say, thank you very much, Baterssea. Yamishra, Mr. Gilbert Ayinsu, Oze, you do all boss. And then Gilbert Ayibi. And Gilbert Ayibi also say I'm OPD. Okay, guys. So Baterssea. Finally, Akufo-Addo, what I've seen is people have kept complaining about Sika Yusu to Kwayan and or no idea. He hasn't come out to say okay. Say Tina Ebiamidisa is coming to Kwayan. Example for to say, just said we're Bunia Gunasum. And now say why is he just he keep doing all these Sasika say say all call I'm fine because himself after all no person the president 3 consecutive times he contested to become a president. Is it that he doesn't care? And I say according to David I think he's leaving a bad legacy and Alan Cashnum Nduom and all that.
Problem ni nyina ne say
okay
say aban no onkomo dade a wonim say native
because this
is
idea
me mawura mu NLC time
okay
ko to kanam time
right.
binim say na defa buzia time mi wura mu binim say na defa atempo time mi wura mu binim say na defa so na say owo oben president na say bia wo ye bibia na say wo kan advisor ye de ma president no one I mentioned no. As you say, Amuwa Abontino, on the foul. Oh, Nanaja, na ministers and then the cabinet advisors. What basically be a dinintino? To what to for not what can't say me. Oh, what they will don't worry. But on or the damages at the nurse in the party now, Urban say, because of Niamana air caution, and the problem, every man, the people in the crop the next time. For election. I get back him to dream. So Alanka's in able, but when the vice president in able or the damages at the more, because on the see, when you're voting for 4 years, after 4 years, and you had your baby computer mobile.
Okay, so the American is you see, we haven't come to the end of political term now, you better election or when it gets there, but people assume saying this election, the coming 4 years, it's going to be the contest between Bawumia and Alan Cash. Why does it look so obvious? Because sir, a buying with Crano, your body didn't body too much. I don't know Monka say NDC neighbor. Now I almost say Alan Cash and a year Baumia neighbor.
Because problem in Nigeria, only say the vice president in the
okay,
who share the rank of the MPP. Okay, you know, my main concern say Nikura Ewonyamie Nimpa.
Right.
MPP government, no one from the MPP, no from PP, Progress Party.
Does any PNDC turn out to be
no, PP, Buzia Nebai. After Kwame Nkrumah is PP, which is Progress Party.
Okay.
That might work from PP, Progress Party by the Buzia.
Okay.
Let me message that.
Wow.
My signature shall say. PP, when I make them, when you be a form of friends say PP, I now buy MPP. You started from Obuasi gold mines. From Obuasi gold, baby, MSC in one American, Egypt MSC, Canadian MSC, Egypt and India MSC. I was sick bad road. I call Flaster House.
Okay.
On your left. Hey, sorry, on your left. If you're not going class the king, I saw it down. I want to go. I want to start saying. Software dream, and project, judgment, honor. No coffee. Was man and my quack of one. I want to share. I was starting to say, form Progress Party. And you know, Bamiadi, no, governor of bank, deputy. Now, what of fan say, Omra. And you know, one jump on in the rank of the MPP. You want paying for MPP no dada.
Okay.
And you say, what the Kufa? That's our party open standard there. For what do you want jump and what Baba showing once on and the problem.
Okay. All right.
100%.
This is where we're going to end our program. Magneti is here, and then I'll see you hopefully next week, Friday. My member we Magneti, no why fepa or say ope na kwali, ntemebo na kwali amano.
Oh, you sumo lo mi sumo bo. Na quali. Kebasho. Na quali. Kebasho. Na quali. Bully. Na quali. Bully. Na quali. Bono mi sumo bono kebago kemi anshine no. Na quali. Bono mi sumo bono kebago ae. Osumo boli o mi fan lukoto. Tenke boko be kwale be mi boko. E boli o mi fan lukoto. Tenke boko be kwale ae. Na quali. Bono mi sumo bono kebago kemi anshine no. Na quali. Bono mi sumo bono kebago ae. Osumo boli o mi fan